See you，台中。 Just a stone's throw from historic Monument Circle in downtown Indianapolis, we are at the beautiful Lucas Oil Stadium. Coming up, divisional round Saturday, we've got an AFC battle on tap, as it'll be the New York Jets taking on the Indianapolis Colts. The first of 4 berths in the conference championships on the line here as divisional weekend in the NFL is underway. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. They'll start on the ground. Hall. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29. Just like that, it's a gain of 12 and a first down on their first play.
And when you get into the divisional round of the playoffs, this is where having the ability to run the football is such an advantage. The defenses, they're generally going to be tougher the further you go along. So if you can get something established up front, it's going to give you a great chance to move on.
Slot man moves right. He'll get an opportunity with it on the touch pass. And a great read by the secondary. They come up to stop that touch pass before it can even get back to the line. This defense not fooled one bit on that touch pass.
And this has become one of those kind of in vogue plays, you know, kind of like the shuffle pass was a few years ago. This one never got off the ground, but you understand why a lot of teams are running it. These wide receivers, a lot of them, they run like running backs with the ball in their hands.
2nd and 14. This pass out wide to Hall. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 3rd down and 1. And now they'll shift things around. They'll run with Hall. And he will have a first down here at about the 40.
I like this focus there because he wasn't thinking about breaking that one big. All he thought about was, I need one. Let's go get that. Ended up picking up 2.
A couple of first downs have him to the 40 now on 1st and 10. So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game. They'll look to throw here. And this will be caught by his big wide receiver. 23 yards, the final tally. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball, and sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on.
Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete.
So it looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
What would look like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Back to throw again. And check down, complete to Hall. And a good job on the tackle there as they get him down shy of the first on the 35-yard stripe. Again, he'll drop to throw. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. The Jets try it, but the 4th down play doesn't work. And on the opening drive of the afternoon, the defense forces a turnover on downs. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. It's a gain of 22 as we tick towards 2:22 on the clock.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
Back to Taylor on 1st down. And he's able to carve out about 6 there, down to the 37.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
So from the 37, here's a 2nd down and 4. Now the pitch goes to Taylor. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here, 3rd and 5.
We knew both of these safeties were good in run support, but how about the play we just saw there? How about that closing speed? Able to get to the outside part of the field and turn that play into a loss.
They'll set up a throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A great play there. 38 yards. And the Colts are on the board first here in this division round matchup. Well, we knew they had the crowd on their side. Their defense has already made a stop, but now here's an opening drive touchdown.
Yeah, how about the defense making the stop, offense feeling their momentum that they've generated, and turning it into points on their side. So now you've got a team working together, and you get the crowd involved fully on their side in this ballgame.
And in this playoff atmosphere, that 12th man means even more. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They've got some stuff to build on from that last drive because they moved the football, CD, and then they tried to go for it on 4th down, didn't convert, probably left a bitter taste in their mouths.
I would say so, and I think that they go out in this series determined for that not to happen again. In fact, they don't even want to get to a 4th down opportunity. They just want to make sure they get it done within the parameters that they've set for themselves. Run their offense, get it into the end zone. Yeah, I think a little bit of determination and a dash of anger.
Well, you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
In motion goes the tight end. Hall again on 2nd down. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. A big chunk of yardage there, 37 yards.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. The Jets with the football here to start the second quarter, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And he's got it down to the 28.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Second down, 8 to go from the 28. Well, looks like they'll move things around here. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Throwing left side, it's complete. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. Now they send a man in motion right. They'll run with Hall. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line, 2nd and goal. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Second and 4. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. A big win there defensively on 2nd and goal. A loss of 7, and it brings up 3rd. Back to throw. Under pressure, and they got to him again. A nightmare on 3rd and goal. He sacked, and multiple players broke through the line to get him.
And it appears to me that someone's defensive coordinator is jockeying for a raise. A sack on 2nd and goal, a sack on 3rd and goal. Now brings up a decision on 4th down.
And his kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other. I certainly like what he did right there because he smartly wanted to avoid forcing anything downfield because nothing appeared to be open. Nice harmless slide there to avoid the big hit, and he gets a small gain on the play.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
As soon as I saw him break contain and get outside, my first thought and my eyes gravitated downfield because nowadays, most of these quarterbacks, when they do that, they want the big play downfield. They don't want to throw it short. In this case, he took the shot. It fell incomplete.
2nd and 10. He'll drop to throw. Looking left side, and it's complete. And that's going to be another 1st down as the tackle made at the Jets' 40. A good pickup there of 20 yards. 2nd quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend. First and 10, Taylor now. Stays on his feet. Still going. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Jonathan Taylor, 40 yards, as his guys are able to extend their lead. And that CD, one heck of a run. He just refused to go down.
And that's where determination comes in because he had at least
Nah, that's too wild. Look at that nigga falling. Come on, son. That ass.
Right there. Look like you, partner, back to
That's
your salad
crazy.
days in
Hell
Evansville.
nah. That was too crazy.
They'll let Taylor try and run. And he is into the end zone again. So get him some oxygen. He scores on the long run and then punches in the 2-point conversion for good measure. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
That's crazy.
And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They trail early on the road in the playoffs. Not a great combination as they've got it 1st and 10. Now Hall to start the drive.
Oh, come on, dog.
And he'll power his way up near the 25. And it's a rush to the line right now for the Jets. Now they'll change things up. Hall again on 2nd down.
Whoa, but he get tripped up though. But Jonathan, come on, son.
Now the Jets going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts.
My nigga get tripped up,
to talk it over after picking up the 1st down.
Crazy.
They're going to look to throw. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That goes for a gain of 31. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. They'll toss it out right here to Hall. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40.
Come on.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness. He's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
That shit cost me my last time
out. A
out.
little bit
Come
more
on,
difficult
dog.
now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. Looking to throw.
Come on,
And that'll
dude.
fall incomplete. He was hit
I
just as he
niggas
let that go.
block,
And now
dog.
it's 3rd down.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is a defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete. So a couple of first downs on this drive, but it's looking like another empty possession.
And those empty possessions are certainly starting to pile up. So the adjustments that teams talk about all the time have to be taking place. They've got to analyze what's breaking down and figure a way to fix it.
Online, but off the crossbar, no good. A long-range effort denied 3 points at the very end. All things considered, a pretty good kick, just cruel punishment there to be denied by the crossbar.
If you're going to hit from that distance, sometimes you're going to need a little luck, and unfortunately for him, this time the break goes against him.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And with great starting field position and a couple of timeouts at their disposal, they'll certainly have the green light here. He's going to find Taylor downfield. It's complete.
Oh, this
and he'll
is
go
crazy.
down, but not before getting this inside the 30. They're going to hurry back to the line now. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. And he is going to lose yardage here. Now the Colts going to burn the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the 2nd quarter. 2nd and 11.
Man, look what I did.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw.
That pick it off, dog.
Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Quarterbacking 101. Never force the ball into double coverage, especially not this close to the goal line. The windows are so tight, you just don't want to force it in there because it could be tipped up and picked off.
They'll look to throw again.
Oh, pick the ball off, y'all.
Almost gets to the 10.
These receivers are so bad.
There.
I mean,
the Colts on the
so
march.
bad.
Well, things are definitely going right for them
Bro,
here in the
the
first
way
half.
it is
Pick it down, any down, even 3rd down,
doing
no problem.
anything to
They get a
help
connection
is
there
crazy.
and pick up a fresh set of downs, continuing to move the ball.
Pick the ball off. He's trying to give it to us. Pick that shit off.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Forced out to his left.
Bro, that's going cool. I switched on to him.
Touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to draw that one free.
Pick that shit.
Here's 2nd and 10. They'll drop to throw. Sliding out
Oh, give me that.
pocket. And that is incomplete.
Why
7
not
seconds
blessing
remaining.
me?
He was out there waving his arms saying throw it here, dropped it, not a good look.
Well, all I can do is just look at him with contempt on that one. As a defensive back, I'm saying, not as an announcer. Just like, really?
A little bit of a diva look, isn't it?
Yeah, very much so, because I think what happens is he just had too much time to think. He's wide open now. Here comes the ball, and he doesn't concentrate and drops it.
On third down, he'll drop to throw.
Come on, y'all.
He's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. A great effort there.
God
in the final
dog.
seconds of the first half. And the Colts continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and that will make this a 19-point game. 4 seconds, all that remain here this first half as the kick gets away. This taken in right around the goal line. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Win or go home, that's the name of the game, and we're back underway with the second half of this AFC divisional round. And the fair catch signaled for and taken, so they'll begin this third quarter from their 25-yard line. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And they're in the position they expected to be in. They've got the lead, home crowd behind them, and they're looking toward making that next step in these playoffs.
And I think a key for them is to put together some good, long, extended drives. Work the run in a little more with that big offensive line. I'm not saying get away from throwing the football. That's still working. But if they run it more effectively, they may get even bigger plays in the passing game.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. They'll set up to throw.
Oh, pick
He
that
finds his
off.
man
Pick
complete.
it off.
That's Glover. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get
Pick
away.
the fuck off.
And it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
You gotta get over there and tackle him, dog. You got to.
Out of the gun now on 3rd
You
down.
got to. Oh, you gotta
And he
get
will
that.
slide to a stop. He does have the first down. 9 yards that time.
It certainly appears that he's been able to get a read on how they've wanted to contain him in this game. He's seen some places where he can beat them in big spots, and right there, he slides in with ease for the first down.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He's got a man wide open, complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Well, we may be looking at the scoreboard. This offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
Let's go. Let's get Oski.
Back to throw now on 1st down.
Come on,
Got a
yeah.
man complete. It's Taylor.
It's like my dudes ain't even seeing the bros where I'm passing. Like, react, fam. Like, damn, look, bro, right?
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. He'll look to throw.
Right on me.
Touchdown, Colts. A 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Colts take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. And right now, Charles, I think you'd have to say their class starting to show through.
Yeah, they were disappointed not to get the #1 seed in the playoffs, but the reality is these guys can play anywhere. It doesn't matter for them.
And if they can indeed hold on to this lead, that's going to set up one heck of a championship game next Sunday.
Let's come back and watch it, shall we?
Something tells me you and I are going to be there.
Everybody asked these
And
niggas
this is
all
going to
that
be caught. It's good.
2-point plays
Extends
on
their
me
lead
and
by
shit.
2 more.
Personally, I'd rather see them kick the extra point there than to go for 2, but it almost feels like there's a story within the story here. I mean, this isn't college. You know, size of victory, that matters in those games. Here, all you have to do is win by 1 point. That's all that you need. Instead, they go for it, get 2. You got some pretty ticked off folks on the other sideline now.
And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And, partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
34 yards to gain that time, another first down. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. They'll look to throw here on first down. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. A well-designed corner blitz that gets him for a loss of 8 yards.
I know there'll be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and end up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. So now, following the big play, they've got a 1st and goal all the way down at the 10. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. Touchdown! From 10 yards out. And the Jets are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the 3rd. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead now down to 20. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And he'll elect not to run with it. And a fair catch on the kickoff will move the ball to the 25. The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. They'll look to throw here. And he will slide
just
to a stop. He
escaping.
does have the first down.
That's
Nothing
crazy.
open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down. 1 quarter remains for the right to advance to the AFC title game. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They give to Taylor out of the gun. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Now, I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this 4th quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off a game.
Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge. Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, 3rd down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. There he goes left side, and he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. Usually see those guys out wide get called for holding on running plays. Here, a passing play.
Yeah, sometimes when you get this quick screen, bubble screen, anything where they're having to block for their fellow receiver, usually at the point of attack, and this time he got caught.
He'll look to throw. He'll let this go for the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A big play there. Saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And the Colts are drawing closer to a date in the AFC title game as they extend this 4th quarter lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that stretches the lead all the way up to 27. The Colts kicking team is out there now, and they will send this one away. This taken in at the goal line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Their hopes of advancing past this divisional round hanging by a thread, if that, as they begin here with a 1st and 10 on the wrong side of the scoreboard. Oh, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle him.
And he will finally be escorted out of bounds down inside the 35. 125 yards rushing for him now as he goes over the century mark here in this divisional round matchup. So how about this for a change in field position? From inside the 10, here's 1st down on the other side of the field. They'll send a receiver here in motion right. On 1st down, right back to Hall. And he'll go down at the 26, following a gain of 6.
Consecutive positive runs for him on the last 2 snaps. He certainly appears to be trying to put the offense on his back and just move them down the field when his number is called. The way he's running it, I'd keep going back to him.
Here now, 2nd and 4. And the slot man goes in motion left. He's going to handle it on the touch pass. And he's able to motor his way down to the 16-yard line. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Now they'll audible to something else. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same Surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. They'll send a receiver in motion left. Again, he'll drop to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
Yeah, once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And a quick throw here. That's complete. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. The Jets try it, but the 4th down play doesn't work. And the Colts are going to take over with a football. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but taking it right down Broadway. Now look out to the 20. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A great play there. 91 yards. And the Colts have sewn this one up as they add to their lead here in the 4th. When coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all 3 phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. And when you go back through the early drives, you can just see that one squad was on a different level in this game. Safe to say, we have been disappointed in watching their execution throughout this contest.
And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. We said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD, but unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Hall again. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. They'll bring one of the tight ends in motion left. On 2nd down, a run with Hall. A little juke, and he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 163 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down, keep the sticks moving.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Not liking the look. They'll change the play. On second down, it's Hawkins. And good work there in open space. And he's got this all the way down now to the 32. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Jet first down.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. And a great read by the secondary. They come up to stop that touch pass before it can even get back to the line. Well, I think the hope is, with a touch pass like that, maybe you catch the defense off guard, but they were all over that one.
And it is the kind of play that works better against certain defenses, and this clearly was the wrong one to run into. Really nice job getting him down behind the line of scrimmage.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. They'll set up a throw. Yeah, he'll find Hall. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. They'll go for it. It's Hall. And I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Colts are going to take over with a football. Now it looks like he'll throw here. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one goes for 30 yards. So they stay alive in the NFL playoffs, move on to the conference championship. And do you think that the printing press is starting to get those T-shirts and hats ready, my friend?
They have to, Brandon. They have to be ready because if you win, you've got to hand those out on the field right away. And just think about the pressure for the players now. Families are going to be talking about tickets to the Super Bowl even before you play the conference championship game.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. The Colts are winners as we say so long from Indianapolis.